Hello and welcome to the Awkward Geek. This is Daily 13, and today is December 14th, 2011. So today was my last day of restraint training, though technically it was called Practical Application of Physical Skills, or PAPS. Which made it sound like we were going to be tested physically on what we had learned the previous 2 days, but we were just given an open book quiz at the beginning, and then we're taught more safety care stuff afterwards. And we got to practice a little bit, but there was no actual testing of the physical abilities, which was interesting, I suppose. But it was nice to be able to learn those things. But it was weird. I just figured we would be tested a little bit more, just to make sure that we had those things down pat, because it's really, really important that you're doing these things properly. Because if you don't, you can hurt yourself or you can hurt other people. I'm tired and exhausted again, just like yesterday. And I was restrained for 15 minutes or more or so today, earlier on, because I was like the first person for the demonstration today for restraint, and he was showing some things that you could do when you have someone in a supine floor position. No, actually, it was I think a prone position restraint, and like turning prone over from prone to supine position or whatever. Essentially lying face down and then lying face up and all that stuff. But it's the most restrictive form of restraint, and it was very very uncomfortable to be in it for that long. It's you can definitely understand why the way that they teach it is such that it's the least restrictive to the most restrictive, and that there are such heavy regulations on even how you can do restraints. Some individuals, you're not even really allowed to restrain them. Even if you restrain them for individuals for longer than certain periods of time, you need to actually get approval, and if you don't, you can't actually restrain them. You just have to do your best to contain their behaviors if they're really that violent and aggressive. But so it was good. It was a good learning experience. I'm excited because I get my car back tomorrow, on Thursday. If all goes well, I get that back tomorrow. I realized how much my car picks up just by driving my sister's car to work today instead of my car, since I don't have it. And I never noticed this before. I was borrowing my sister's car for a couple of months before I got mine, and it seemed like it accelerated fine. It's not a bad car, but it's older and it doesn't have quite the power of my car. But I was driving it today, and this is after having sort of gotten comfortable with my car, and I was like, geez, this car does not pick up at all. The acceleration just isn't there. And I still hate driving, mind you. So don't get me wrong. The fact that I missed my car, the fact that I noticed this little detail about my sister's car, doesn't mean that I'm like enjoying driving or anything. I mean, there are definitely fun aspects of driving, but I still really hate it. I don't like driving. It makes me nervous, and I really hate other drivers on the road because they do really stupid things, and it not only frightens me but frustrates me. I guess the only other interesting thing to mention for today is that I'm having fun meeting new people. I've been on the dating site OkCupid for a while, just sort of trying to find a potential relationship, because that's something that I do want in my life, and I haven't found one yet. Was in a relationship for about a month with someone that I met on there, but that didn't quite work out. But other than that, I really haven't found one yet. But I have met some interesting people and possibly developed some friendships, which is cool. I enjoy making friends too. And I just met someone last night she's going for her master's, and she does vocals, and she's teaching music and learning more about music history and stuff like that. We had this really interesting conversation about something I knew nothing about before I actually started talking to her. But I did some research online so that I could talk to her about it. It was sort of fun to talk about that and to learn a little bit, and it was really cool. I really like when people are passionate about things, and so I'm glad to be able to talk to them about those sorts of things. And she's a really good singer, and she offers lessons in music, which is cool. Maybe I should take her up on it. I love singing, but I'm an awful singer. I'm not sure if she can make me better, but it would be fun. It would be fun to try. I think that's all I've got for you today. So just little brief updates on my life. Not much. Nothing major happening. Thanks for watching.